Hey party peoples. I didn't video anything last night because I was in a very terrible mood. I had to make the decision to arrange for a ride for Penny today. I am about 10 kilometers outside of Lion's Head, which is the first town that the trail passes through, and my dad is going to meet me there and take my dog away. So I will be a solo hiker. I thought she was doing better yesterday with me taking all of her weight and wrapping her strap that was giving her shape. But when I took her pack off at camp last night, she was open wounds on one of her armpits. So I immediately called my husband, and then followed by calling my parents because Ryan is a little preoccupied with his own work, so he can't come all the way out here. I'm only about 80 kilometers into the trail, so the drive from home is about 2.5 hours, and that's a lot to ask him to do another 5-hour round trip. So Penny Pen is leaving me. It's the right decision. I don't know if she's not adjusting, but she's not eating very much either. She ate yesterday morning, and then she didn't eat for the rest of the day, and then she ate about 3/4 of her meal this morning. So I think she is not having a good time. Even though I like to believe that dogs love this stuff, maybe it's too much for her. Maybe it's too rugged for her. We did quite a lot of training walks with her, wearing her pack, and there were days where I really weighed it down to try and get her used to it, but some of those walks were 3 hours long. None of them were like yesterday. Yesterday was 10 hours. And the last, what I thought was 5 kilometers ended up being another 8 kilometers to get here, and I really wanted to get here because this is a overnight rest area, so it's a legit spot where you are allowed to camp. There are not necessarily amenities, but we're right on the water on Georgian Bay, and up the hill there's actually a toilet, which I was surprised to see. Yeah, I really wanted to stay here, and I did show up last night at about 6 o'clock, and there were campers already here that were nude bathing, and I was so delirious and exhausted that I just stood there staring at them going, I had no idea what I was looking at. I quite literally collapsed on the beach when I got here and just caught my breath because I was fucking distraught. And I think Penny was too. So, this is not the last you'll see of Penny, but it's the last you'll see of Penny right now. I love my dog, but I have to take responsibility for her health too, and understand that maybe this was too much on her. And I don't have time to let her heal, and I don't also have the ability to carry her weight. I carried all of her food yesterday, and holy crap, that extra 6 pounds was just murderous. It's too much. So, as much as I'd love to have her and then just carry her food for the rest of the trip, that's too much to carry. It's different if you're only carrying maybe 2 or 3 days at a time, but I'm going 7 days at a time in between resupplies. Bye-bye, Penny. Also, I wanted to mention, what did I want to mention? Oh, yesterday I think we hiked 33 kilometers. 33 kilometers. That's crazy. Crazy. It's amazing what you can do if you just put your head down and force yourself to do it. I feel it. I fucking feel it. Penny's running naked. Meanwhile, I don't know if you can see that. I got all her stuff. I'm dying, and I've been walking for 0.72 kilometers. Whew. We have 10K to get to Lion's Head. So I can do it. I can rough it out for 10K. This morning I followed the sign to the toilet and I couldn't find it. Or maybe it was there. I couldn't wait. I had to do a post-cat hole dig. Gotta do what you gotta do. Pooping in the forest. I would like to say that so far this watch is doing pretty good. I've hiked 2.23 kilometers in 42 minutes, and that includes stopping to poo. But yesterday, this watch held out for 9.5 hours before the battery died, and I was only a couple K from camp, but hey, just a basic GPS run watch from Sunto. No, can't take a shortcut. Follow the white blazes. What are you doing, Penny? You gonna take some stuff home as a good memory? Do you have any final words, Penny? No? Oh, that's right. You don't talk. If I can smell the day hikers after I pass them, they must be able to smell me. So I didn't pull the camera out at all today because, I mean, not at all, but since I dropped off Penny, because I was just in a really shitty mood. As soon as I started walking away and I realized she wasn't beside me, I got messy. I don't get emotional very often, but I was just so upset that I felt really alone and I really didn't want to send her home. Brian says maybe he brings her back to me on Monday when he meets up with me, but the whole reason I needed to send her home is because I can't carry all her stuff. The 10K out this morning to Lion's Head with all of her stuff on my back, it was brutal. I was in so much pain, and as soon as I left that load with my dad and continued on, it was like a breeze. The pack was so much lighter till I filled it full of water, of course, but it felt a lot more comfortable. It was easily 10 pounds of dog stuff, her food and her pack. Yeah, so I'm not exactly happy about having to send her home, but I know it's in her best interest. I can't keep having that chafe get worse. It was really bad under her one arm. and she really wasn't eating that much. And I have talked to Ryan since my dad returned home with Penny, and Ryan said that she's just kind of a space cadet, just not doing anything he asked her to do, and she's really out of sorts. So, I don't know. It is what it is. The day otherwise was quite brutal with all those rocks and scrambles. My feet are really sore. My shoulders are killing me, and this is where I'm camping tonight. It looks like it was some sort of driveway. I don't know. Clearly nobody's driven on it in a long, long time. I'm just kind of off on some side trail of a side trail of a side trail, and I'm waiting for it to be late enough to set up my stuff because it's still a little too bright. The stealth camping situation is kind of a pain in the ass because I'm not here to have campfires or burn down the forest. I'm just setting up my tent. All I'm gonna leave is a flat spot. That's it. I leave no trace. That's how we run. But I realize they can't just bank on that for everybody. Yeah. That's all I got. Coffee. So today was a 24-ish kilometer day, and I started at Reed's Dump Side Trail where there's an overnight rest area, and then I hiked all the way out here down this long ass roadblock into Lion's Head where I met my dad and he took Penny home. And then I continued up here crying my eyes out and all the way around here, bloop, 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 and I'm off the trail somewhere. This is brutal, and I knew it was brutal. I mentioned it before. I've spent many nights at McKay's Harbor down here, which is another overnight rest area, and I've hiked that trail many times. I haven't really done this area as much. It was just gnarly. There's a lot of rocks and ups and downs, and you're up around the whole time. And because I'm dry camping tonight, this was my last source to get water. So 7 kilometers later, I'm carrying a full water load. I was wandering around checking out my surroundings. Don't ask me why, because my feet are killing me. When I saw this sign, park boundary, no hunting. And then I looked over here and I thought, well, that's a decent spot. I think I'd rather set up over there.